Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Adia Capid Virtual Fair. Today, you are in for a treat. We are going to have a panel that discusses the experience part of the Adia Capid application and helps to answer the question, is U.S. experience required? Advanced standing programs look at many applications, and sometimes U.S. experience may be reviewed favorably, but it depends on the program. So today our panelists are going to talk about reviewing applications and how their programs may consider foreign and U.S. experiences. As a disclaimer, this is to note that this isn't personal advice. We're going to give general information, but we invite you to join us at the specific dental school virtual booths or to contact the panelists or the programs after the event. So let's go ahead and get started. Panelists, thank you so much for joining me today. By way of introduction, my name is Emily Reinberger. I work with Adia Capid at the American Dental Education Association. And I'd love for our panelists also to introduce themselves. Jacob, can you go first?
Yeah, happy to be here. My name is Jacob Love. I am from Loma Linda University School of Dentistry. I'm Assistant Director in the Office of Admissions and Student Affairs. Excited to have everybody join us.
I'm Dr. Bill Levitt, Director of Dental Surgery Program at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas School of Dental Medicine in Las Vegas, if you didn't catch that. Happy to be here with everybody else. We've got a great crowd to be able to answer all of your questions here this morning.
Hello, I'm Dr. Julie Marshall. I'm from the University of Nebraska Medical Center College of Dentistry located in Lincoln, Nebraska. I am the program director for the Advanced Standing Program, and I look forward to sharing our insights today.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Francis. I am the Director of Marketing and Recruitment at NYU Dentistry, located in New York City. We're in Kips Bay, New York City. Welcome, everyone.
Hello, I'm Dr. Elena Rich-Leach, the Director of the International Dentist Education Program of UTF San Antonio, located in San Antonio, Texas. And welcome to all the applicants that will view this video.
Thank you all so much for being here. So let's jump into the first question, which is, what types of U.S. experiences are most highly reviewed as part of the application and why?
I will start on that, Emily. So we had discussions about it before, and we concluded that one of the most important U.S. dental experience that the applicant can have is being a dental assistant. And the way this job is conducted is important. If it's full-time is important. If it's paid versus shadowing, it's important. What kind of specialist the assistant is assisting. So if it's a general dentist or if it's a specific specialist, because our programs are all for general dentists. Academic and research US experience is important as well. Canadian also is regarded. And also we want the applicant to address possible gaps in their experience to understand how continuous is their engagement in dentistry.
I would just add a little bit, is that the experience as a dental assistant has really come for our particular program as being one of the comments our current and previous graduates have felt that fit really well having that experience for the type of curriculum you have. So depending on the curriculum and the onboarding process of each institution, that may be weighed slightly different.
Yeah, I would kind of piggyback off of that with our curriculum here at Loma Linda University. When students are thinking about all the clinical experience and requirements that they're going to have, when applicants come in and they've had dental assisting experience in the US, and I would add to that when we have individuals who worked as a dental hygienist, the comfortability, the confidence in and around the clinic and that patient care experience, as well as with instruments in the U.S. Depending on where they've received their dental education outside the U.S., their knowledge and experience with certain instruments can be varied. And so having that assisting experience or hygiene experience, I think, is shown to be valuable and beneficial for the student and when they're starting in the program and their confidence.
I think too, if I may approach it from a maybe a little bit different angle, we all want you as applicants and potential students to be totally successful at whatever program we have. So we look at things that can best qualify you as far as what we have seen in our experience that will make the least amount of hurdle for you to jump.
Hmm.
So what we say is to help you understand how we see you as becoming the most successful.
I love the sentiment of helping our applicants be successful. That really feeds into the next question here. As the candidates seek success by enrolling in advanced program, is there something like the quote unquote perfect experience? Is there one thing that an applicant can do that will significantly improve their application?
Yeah, that's a great question, one I'm sure all of us um, get. And really, there's not, because it is applicant by applicant. Everybody's experiences, situation, application is different, and one person may benefit from in terms of improving their application experience-wise versus someone else. That's different. Um, there are things that I know I can always recommend generally, but that doesn't always fit. So that can be hard to answer unless you're talking to someone one-on-one and you're looking through all the information that they would have for all of their experiences. So fortunately, that's not one that you can kind of just a blanket do this and now you've done the best thing that you can do. It really kind of depends on the person's situation.
I would just echo that same sentiment. I think you, each and every one of you, come from a very rich and diverse background of experiences in dentistry and healthcare. And so having that perfect mix is really impossible. And that's why many programs, such as the one I'm associated with, really the admissions team will take a very holistic approach, looking at the overall package of what you bring. And it may be decidedly different than the person who might be one of your part of your cohort. So it's that overall richness, and many of our programs take a very holistic approach because you all come with different kinds of gifts and talents.
Yes, maybe just to add to that, I think if you are feeling frustrated through this process, right, you're looking for what to do next. I think these are really good points of reflection, right? Evaluating what your experiences are and maybe what could be different. Is it being involved in another degree program and then evaluating what the rigor of that program is? Is it trying to find different outreaches, different volunteer opportunities, different shadowing opportunities, right? Sometimes it's about the what you're learning and what you're doing in those experiences that are really important and can be really valuable to your overall application.
That self-reflection is a really great point for applicants in all aspects of the application, including their experiences. So here's another question for the panel. What roles do U.S. academic experiences play in the application process?
Well, as a group, we discussed this, and I think, we think of maybe two areas, and one is research and publications, and then the other is just other types of academic work or academic programs that you have participated in or you are active in. For some programs, having that research experience can be helpful to just be able to demonstrate maybe or highlight areas that you really have a specific interest in, or your ability to be able to demonstrate teamwork and really get looking at higher level learning. Not required in all places. I know at our program we have a research experience for every one of our students that come in, so they were able to capture that. But it does help demonstrate your understanding that the current foundational knowledge that you will have in a U.S. accredited school is very much devoted to evidence-based research. And so it does bring in that level of appreciation. I think one of the things that can be a helpful differentiator, and again, it's all about demonstrating your ability to be able to manage rigor and be successful. And so having coursework that may occur at a graduate level in a US accredited school can be really a helpful way of demonstrating excellent performance and setting the stage for being able to continue excellent performance in a postgraduate professional school.
I completely agree. And one of the things that always I try to uh, communicate to the applicants is that they can also give something to the institution, like they can contribute to the institution research. So if they have already an experience and a certain knowledge of a specific topic, they can contribute to the institution, continuing their research in our institution. So that is also another point that we always like try to deliver to the applicants.
So we've spoken about clinical experience and we talked a little bit about academic experience. What about volunteer experience? How is that considered?
Yeah, so volunteer experience. Again, the what are you doing? Are you trying to improve on your hand skills? Are you building relationships within your community? Whether you are doing a volunteer experience that very much aligns with dentistry, or if it's circling that rim, right? The what are you doing is very important. How does it build into your story, right? How has this impacted your journey and directed the way that you want to go, right? Why do you want to be a part of this program? Your experiences should really be reflective of that. And volunteer experience outreach is a great way to be involved, right? A big part of this profession is building relationships with community members, partnering, right? How are you interacting with patients? So I would say, especially in those experiences, those are the real ones that you should highlight.
Yeah, I would echo that as we're going through and reviewing, evaluating applications, that service experience, that volunteer experience is pretty high on our list. And so seeing the ways in which applicants are taking and making that time to give of themselves, whether it's, dental related or not, if there's a real indication of a genuine passion and a commitment and a service for others, that tends to stand out alongside those other experiences in the US that we've been talking about.
That's some good insight into how volunteering might benefit someone's application. What do you recommend for an applicant who doesn't have the ability to get US experience?
For us, and I assume it's nearly the same for everyone else, it's how much experience they actually have in dentistry. So in home country or neighboring country, what kind of experience do you have there in dentistry? How have you demonstrated continuous interest in dentistry after you graduated from your dental program? Are you interested in public health? Are you interested in a specialty? Are you interested in research? How have you demonstrated a continuous desire for education and learning in dentistry? You also have maybe a motivation in other areas that are adjacent to public health or or dentistry. Maybe it's in administration of some sort in health care. Those are all viable desires as far as most of us are concerned. So we look for time you've spent in actually putting your head and your hands to work in the healthcare area. So please don't be bashful about mentioning everything that you've done to stay on what we call on track.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Julie.
I was going to say, we in healthcare, we need to be lifelong learners. That's just where we have to be. And so starting that practice of bringing forth and building yourself to be the best person you are happens long before you enter dental school in the U.S. Advanced Standing Program. So starting that journey as you are here in the U.S. in a variety of fashions, again, is a really wonderful way to really give you a positive trajectory for success when you do arrive at your dental school to complete your program and the next step of your dreams.
I was just going to add that you don't need to be a US citizen to be a part of our program. We do admit students who are coming from their home country or another country, right? So again, just evaluating what those experiences look like. US experience is great. That's a lot of what you're going to learn in our program. But again, being able to demonstrate how you build relationships, how you are doing service learning, how you have been involved in, with the dentist if you're working as a dental hygienist, right? How are you interacting in the room with this profession? I think is the most important takeaway when we think of experience.
And I know one thing that has come up in applications, something that I've noticed for individuals who aren't able to be present in the United States and get experience, is they'll be able to discuss and reflect on and demonstrate experiences outside the US where they've interacted with US dentists in various forms and fashions. And so they've gotten some experience that's, it's connected to maybe how dentistry is done in the US. They've been involved in some different things. So being able to maybe pursue those if you're not able to get experience in the US to see, are there things happening in my area that would allow me some touches, some experiences with some US trained dentists. And then I would say alongside that, for individuals who they're not able to get US experience, if they're able to discuss alongside all of their experiences, talk a little bit about their inability to get US experience. Maybe they haven't been able to because of X, Y, and Z, but in lieu they've done all this kind of thing. Because sometimes it's not always apparent. Someone may be in the US and on the admission side, you're kind of seeing or wondering. And so if they're able to sort of put that forth in a way that says, oh, okay, this person isn't able to, and they've been able to do this, that, and the next, that can be helpful as far as just giving folks in admissions a nice, clear picture of all your experiences, and kind of the why behind them.
It
Yes, I
sounds like,
agree.
go ahead.
Sorry. I agree. And, there are opportunities with the courses online that can be done if you are out of country, just to understand the commitment and the rigor of, coursework like we were talking about, academic in US. And also what Bill was saying is really true. A lot of times in foreign countries, um, we don't put too much accent on things that we are doing. We think they are not important, and so we don't actually put them in the CV. But in reality, everything counts. Like everything that you are able to do, and then serves the community or serves dentistry, it's important as well.
From all of your,
Emily, is it okay if I talk?
absolutely.
We're a fun group, sorry. But if for you that get pregnant and have kids, as far as I'm concerned, that's a viable on-track alternative. So as long as you show that you're headed in the right direction and your mindset is correct, that's because family is very, very important. We don't want to diminish that aspect of your life.
And not in every culture there is that. Oh, that the concept, right? So some of them may be, some of the applicants may be a little bit shy in talking about things that can actually justify the reason why they were not engaged in any experience
Mhm.
during the time that they were in United States.
Yep.
Well, from all of the comments here, it sounds like there are two themes of one is everybody wants the applicants to be successful and really rooting for the applicants. And two is all information is valid information. Include it, put it in the application. The experience that you have is valuable and we want to see it. We want to learn about it. That's how we connect the paper application to who you are. Well, I really appreciate the panelists being here today. Thank you so much. To those of you viewing, please visit the virtual spaces for Loma Linda, UNLV, UNMC, NYU, and San Antonio. We are excited to speak with you. And if you aren't able to come and chat with us at the event today, to reach out and to ask questions and to remain engaged in the process. Thank you all so much to the panelists, and we look forward to chatting with everybody at the event.
Thank you.